it's been such an interesting last couple weeks. Yeah, it's my life officially changed. Baby girl's here. She's at the house taking a nap with wife, and it's been nothing but an awesome experience, you know, to know that you got a little mini me at the house. I've been getting a couple DMs here and there to get my, I guess you can see my final verdict on putting a bigger turbo on your car, because with the 10th gen Civic, they come with a itty bitty turbo. It's small, man. When we took it out at a manual shop, it was small. But the question of the day, is it worth putting a bigger turbo in your Honda Civic Si? Now, hands down, yes. I'll see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Peace. I'm just playing. But on the real though, I've had you guys message me and say, how's the car treated me? Like, how many miles have you put in it? How's the driving experience? Is there anything you wish you could have done different? Stuff like that. Like, okay, let's start with the basics. The car has treated me very, very well. I have no complaints whatsoever. Even on like a low map, on my low boost map, it's great. It's been treating me amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on high. I'm usually on 19 PSI on the car because I feel like I don't really need more than that. But on my high map, it's like at 26, 27 PSI. So it's a huge jump. But the car has been treating me very, very well. It still surprises me to this day because, first off, this is my daily driver. I don't really push the car. I just take it to work, go to back, and that's it. When we're home, when I'm with my wife, when I'm with my kid, we always take her car. She has the Acura RDX. No brainer, it's a bigger car. I actually like the car better than mine for different reasons, but it's a great car. Granted, every now and then, if I need to go to the store, if I need to go to the gym, if I need to go do any random errands, I'll take this car on my days off just so I can say that I drove it and I can get the car moving, because I hate seeing the car just sit there for days. There's times when I go on vacation and when I get back, the car's been moved for 4 or 5 days. I'm like, I just need to drive it around the block, you know? I want to make sure everything's good. Like, I really baby this car. I've had the turbo on since like the end of December. I am tuned by John Vega. It is an e-tune, so I data logged for him, and he gave me a really great tune and a very reliable one as well. So I have no complaints with it. I am full bolt-on, so if you guys want to see exactly all the mods that I have, it's in the description. But it is the Rv6 365 black turbo. It is the journal bearing, not the ball bearing. The ball bearing definitely spools up a lot faster. I think it spools up about 500, maybe to 600 RPMs faster, which is significantly well, because on this car, the lag hits. Maintenance-wise, I haven't really changed any of the maintenance other than instead of every 5,000 miles doing oil change, I only do it every 3,000 miles oil change. Only because I'm mixing E85 in it, so I'm doing an E30 tune. So I definitely want to make sure that the car is running very smoothly, if not, you know, healthy. So instead of doing every 5,000, I do every 3 now. And I did switch up to 5W30 versus, I think the manual said 0W20? I don't remember off the top of my head. It's also recommended when you upgrade the turbo to give it a thicker oil substance. That way it lubricates it a lot better and it just functions overall like just better, you know. Transmission wise, I have swapped out the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. So 68,000 on the dash, I've done it twice already. I've used OEM Honda transmission fluid. It's been great with me. My transmission's fine. My synchros are great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Driving experience, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, there's times I forget I have a bigger turbo in the car because of how often I drive it on the highway, because this is majority all highway. This is like 80% highway miles, guys. And it's like on the highway, you're not really pushing it. You're always cruising. So when I'm driving, like right now I'm cruising, dude. And if I floor it, that was half throttle, but it lags, definitely lagged compared to the stock turbo. Stock turbo would have already hit almost max boost at like 3,000 RPMs. This one, it doesn't really kick in fully to about 4,500. But I also do a rev up to 7,000 RPMs, which is great. But that's why I forget, because of the turbo lag, when I try to push it a little bit, I'm like, where's all the power? And I'm like, it's all on top. So I have to physically rev it up to 7,000 RPMs to get the full potential of the car. Bit of torque steer here and there, but it just makes it fun. The gas mileage stays the same so long as I'm out of boost. Makes sense to me. And overall, with everything done to the car, with a bigger turbo on an E-blend, you're gonna pass 300 horsepower easily. With a proper dyno tune on 93, I've seen people hit 300 wheel horsepower, like just a little under, just a little over. I've seen it. Obviously, it depends on what turbo you're running. Right now, the last time I dynoed my car, after I got the tune, I put it on a dyno just to read numbers. I was at 310 wheel horsepower and 298 wheel torque on an E30 tune. Granted, I am on 91 octane, so I definitely think that's a huge factor on it. And because it was an E-tune and not a proper dyno tune, I did lose some power here and there, you know. I feel like if I go with a proper dyno tune and switch from the high flow cat to a catless downpipe, that would definitely give me another couple, maybe 20 wheel. I don't know. It's kind of asking for a lot out of a 1.5 liter at the end of the day. Is it reliable? Honestly, I haven't had any issues. So to me, I feel like reliable is just a luck of the draw, because with me, like I said, I haven't had any issues with the car. You know, my head gasket didn't go. I replaced it before it went. My clutch didn't fully go out. I replaced it before it fully went out. You know, so I do have the ARP head studs to help it maintain the reliability so that I don't lift the head. And I do have a Type R retrofit clutch. So probably, if not the best clutch in the game right now, especially for the 10th gen platform and 11th gen. And at the end of the day, a proper tune, that definitely would make a world of a difference. I guess everybody just has different experiences with the car depending on your driving habit. I don't know. It just, to me, this car has been nothing but reliable. I have no complaints. It does everything that I asked for and more. Overall, to me, putting a bigger turbo on your car is definitely worth it to me. But you guys also keep in mind, I do make content here and there. So I kind of have to do stuff to the car. That way I can get the content flowing. But to the average person, I don't know. I feel like if you're just getting the car to get you from point A to B and you just like the looks and whatnot, if you just want a little bit more power, just throw a proper tune in there and get the clutch replaced. That's it. That's all I would recommend, you know. On pump gas, you should be fine. When you start mixing some ethanol in there, that's when you start pushing more torque, which will cause to lift the head and for the clutch to go out, because torque, that pretty much breaks these cars. This car on a stock turbo on my E30 blend, I was pushing 315 foot-pounds of torque. Dude, that's a lot. I said it before, but that's a lot for a 1.5 liter. It's bonkers, dude. And also keep in mind, when you turbo this car, you soften up the torque curve. So like, example, when I was on my stock turbo, like I said, I was 263 wheel horsepower and 315 wheel torque at like 3,000 RPMs, like right off the back. There have been plenty of people that have blown this motor, the transmission, they've blown the turbo, stock or on E30 or sometimes even on a full tank of E85, to me, you just gotta get a really, really good tuner. The tuner is the most important piece of the puzzle. It should be the first thing you look for, and it should definitely be the last thing ever done to the car. It's a proper tune. There are plenty of awesome tuners out there, and there's nothing wrong with an E-tune, but you won't get the full benefits of your mods from an E-tune. Just telling you right now. I know I'm not. I know I could be pushing a little bit more, but do I want to? Probably not. Will I? Honestly, I'm thinking about switching catalysts and getting a proper dyno tune. Building this particular car, the 10th gen platform, can be expensive. You know, like if once you start hitting over 300 wheel horsepower, you're pretty much limiting how much more you can push without risking blowing the motor, the transmission, or maybe just third and fourth gear, just depending on how you drive it. You know, there's people with built motors with stock transmissions, and there's people with stock motors with built transmissions. Kind of weird how that works, you know? That just tells me, one, tuner, and two, your driving habits. Like, it just depends on how you treat the car. But like I stated in my other videos, know the limitations of the car. At the end of the day, it's still a 1.5 liter. What this car does really good at, does it good. Good on gas. It's probably, it's a 10-gallon tank from empty, at least from maybe 10.5. So it's not a big fill up. You get great gas mileage. Right now, I average from 32 to 35, you know, depending on how much highway I drive. That's great. And it looks good. Like, the car just looks good overall. Even when you leave it stock, the car looks great. But anyways, guys, I hope this, like, helps you guys decide if you're gonna turbo it or not. Just know what you're getting yourself into, you know, like I mentioned plenty of times, and I'll say it again, it's a 1.5 liter. Know the limitations of the car, and you will have fun with this platform. It is good at what it does, and just know what you're getting yourself into. That's it. But I guess you can use that to any car out there. You know, every car has its own limitations to it. Yes, 8th gen, 9th gen, even the previous models, you can push more out of those stock blocks. That's a different video, that's a different story. Apples and oranges, you know? But for this particular model, it's been nothing but great for me. So, hope this video helped you guys decide if you're gonna do it or not. There's plenty of really great aftermarket drop-in turbo kits for this car. Also, to end the video right here, guys, I do have a coupe. Any coupe dads out there, do you guys have any particular car seats you guys like looking into? Right now, I'm looking at one that rotates, so it's easier for me to get in and out. So, I don't know. If you guys have any recommendations or any advice with being a dad with a coupe, let me know. If not, you know, it is what it is. I'll build boost a little bit, brake boost. Shit. God damn. Oh yeah, guys, I learned how to brake boost. So if I ever need to line it up, boost lag isn't an issue for me anymore. I'll see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Peace.